Are there big cats in the UK? A history of sightings, legends, and when they have been confirmed in Britain. The most famous claim of a big cat in Britain was the Beast of Bodmin Moor that was reportedly spotted multiple times during the 80s and 90s. Inca, a black jaguar who lives at Chester Zoo. Are there big cats roaming the British countryside? It is a question that has fascinated people for more than a century, and yet the truth is still shrouded in mystery. A new documentary, Panthera Britannia Declassified, shows what appears to be a black leopard, commonly known as a panther, lying in long grass. It was allegedly taken in Smallthorne, Staffordshire over a decade ago, and was sent in to the Centre for Fortean Zoology by an anonymous person. However, due to the composition of the picture, it is impossible to tell whether the cat really is free roaming, or if it was taken in the UK at all. Tim Wittard of Dragonfly Films, who produced the documentary, said, "It looks like it was photographed in such a way that you couldn't see the background, which makes me think it's likely a captive cat. This is one of those mysteries that will probably never be solved." But this is far from the only sighting of a big cat in Britain over the years. Here's a history of potential encounters, and the evidence that exists to support their presence. When have big cats been sighted in Britain? The most famous claim of a big cat in Britain was the Beast of Bodmin Moor that was reportedly spotted multiple times during the 80s and 90s. Cornish locals said they found the animal's tracks, and that it was even responsible for killing livestock. A limited scientific investigation into the beast in 1995 found no evidence of its existence. According to media reports, mysterious big cats have been seen all over Britain. The British Big Cats Society says it receives between 500–600 reports a year, but that these are largely both anonymous and unverified. A Canadian lynx was confirmed to have been shot in Newton Abbot, Devon in 1903 after living wild for some time, while more recently large cats have been spotted in Staffordshire, Lincolnshire, Devon, Fife, and Hertfordshire, to name a few. Some of these sightings have been photographed or filmed, but the evidence is often blurry and can be difficult to place, meaning these potential spots are never confirmed. Others, meanwhile, have been confirmed as hoaxes, such as the 2011 Hampshire tiger, which turned out to be nothing more than a stuffed toy, a slightly embarrassing turn given police officers were sent out with tranquilizers to try to subdue it. Is there scientific evidence of big cats in Britain? The UK's Department of Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, DEFRA, says there has been no credible evidence of big cats presented to Natural England, a public body responsible for the protection of England's natural environment, in recent decades. If we were presented with credible information to suggest there was a big cat living wild and posing a threat to public health and safety, we would report the matter to the local police and the Home Office, a DEFRA spokesperson told The New Scientist. However, there is some forensic evidence of big cats potentially existing in Britain. Tooth pit analysis, which looks at the remains of prey animals to find clues to the identity of the predators, has identified a large cat as being the perpetrator of livestock deaths in West Wales, with the study published in the Journal of Archaeological Science in October 2007. How could big cats have got to Britain? The idea that big cats may have been living among us all along, but hiding in the shadows, rarely making themselves known, is an intriguing one, but not actually the case. In reality, if there are big cats living wild in Britain, they are probably ones that have either released or escaped, or descendants of those that have previously. Jan Houle, a biology lecturer at Keele University, wrote in The Conversation, "Prior to the implementation of the Dangerous and Wild Animals Act 1976, many people of all walks of life kept exotic animals in their homes. With the advent of the act, it became apparent that owners would need to be licensed and comply with strict welfare and safety rules, so some people probably decided to release their big cats rather than have the trouble and expense of obeying the law.